Hi all, it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I have a little bit of a haul to share with you. I got my postal stamp order and I got my Stamps of Life order. I know postage stamps aren't crafty, but they're fun. This one is one of my favorite Christmas stamps of all time. I think this one's been out a few. It's copyright 2018. I was gonna say I was thinking it was my third year of buying these, and it is. And then this, I think, is the new one for this year. And I also have a few left from last year, so I should be set on Christmas stamps. Stamps of Life. I actually placed 2 orders. The first one had this paw print stencil in it. She gives you 2 sizes paw print. She gives you this one, and then she gives you this little strip here that can almost look like they're walking, because there's another one underneath. I think it's a set of 2 on each, but you just can't see the one there. Yeah, it is. If you look on the back, you can see it's 2. They look like they're walking. So I saw she did some cute cards with that, so I want to try playing with my stencils more. And I've seen that one. I thought she already gave me some ideas for it, so maybe it'd be a good one to kind of get started with and use them. This one's going to be hard to see because it's just a die and it's words, so it's always hard to read those. But for me right now, I can read it really well because it shows it backwards, which means it's right. But it says Happy Retirement in a script font. I like with hers, she always gives you the shadow die for the words too, which I think sometimes helps them pop a little bit. So I decided to pick them up. I know hubby has officially retired now, and it's been actually a little while, but I think I might have to try to do him up a retirement card just for fun. The intricate snowflake fold-it die. I have really gotten hooked on these fold-its. My order from HSN has a few of the fold-its, and it also has her box-it sets. They're on extended delivery, so I won't get them probably till the end of the month, along with the Tiffany item that I ordered. I don't know if their free shipping is going on still or not, but they've had a free shipping and 5 flex pays on everything on the website. I said, if I had the money, I would go ahead and order more of the Stamps of Life items and another of the Tiffany items, but I really shouldn't buy more. The 5 flex pays makes it really tempting, but it's like that. Then I eat up my craft budget for the next 5 months if I do that. And then I bought the extra set for this month's die set, which I shared in my previous haul video that I don't think I've posted yet, but it came with these the curtains and this is a shutter. I had to cut 2 of those, and then it came with another cat die and a bigger pot than the other one had in flour. So that was all I ordered from her. She did put a little card. I think they do this every now and then with these, just because they have a bunch. This was actually a card that for their card kit from July of 2019. But it can give you ideals that you could use with other materials, just to kind of give you like the layout or whatever. So I want to start a little folder with like card sketches, and maybe I could put things like this that I don't actually have the product that they show on. She always includes one of those with the Die Hard Club. I think she includes it with all the clubs, and I just file it then with the products that are featured on the card, but I don't have these. I don't belong to the card kit. If budget weren't an issue, I would, but I find a lot of times with the kits like that, there's a lot of stuff in there that I wouldn't typically use, but I might be more with hers because I really like her stuff, but I can't afford to spend that much more. If I did that, I wouldn't be able to buy anything else, and I like to be able to, when I go out shopping, if I see something I like, or if I want to order something else that I see that's new from another company, I like to be able to do that. I don't want to have all of my craft budget dedicated to one company. I may end up spending most of it with that company, but I don't want to not have an option to shop anywhere else, if that makes any sense. I've been working on masks. I didn't share any of them, but I've shared on Instagram the Thanksgiving mask I made for myself, and they were the same designs that I did for my daughters because I just used the extra fabric I had. My daughter asked when she seen mine, she goes, "Oh, do you have any of that left? Because I'd like a Thanksgiving mask." I'm like, "Yeah, I can make you one." So I just used the fabric I had and made one for her, and I did one for my other daughter too because I figured she works retail, so not now. She was working in the food industry, and she ended up finding another job. And so she said she just didn't like the way things were going at her previous job. They made a lot of promises about moving her up and then didn't follow through on that. So she's like, so I think there were other issues too, but I think that was really one of the major ones. And I got a few of my Dreaming Tree projects assembled, but I have to finish embellishing them. I have to add some things to them, and I still have a couple more that need to be put together. One's partway put together, and then I got to cut some more because I added to my to be cut pile for Christmas. Surprise! I'm actually thinking about starting my Christmas decorating first. I'm just in the mood this year for it. I feel more hopeful now than I have in a long time on several fronts. I did finally get into a new rheumatologist locally. I was really surprised because when I called, and at first they were like, "Oh, well, we need all this information," and that was a few months ago, and I'm like, I don't want to burn my bridges at the other doctor, and I know if I have him send that, I'm not going to be able to go back because he was already treating me poorly. How is he going to treat me when he knows I'm shopping for another doctor? But he ended up retiring and switched me to a new doctor, and I did not like her at all. I just told hubby, I said, "I'm sorry. I may end up no better, but at least I don't have to drive 3 hours to be treated like crap." So, and she'd switched all my care over to a nurse, which I've said before, I don't have a problem with nurses. Some of my best care has come from nurses. The difference is those are local, and if I end up having to come back to see the doctor, it's not a hassle, whereas traveling 3 hours round trip for a doctor's visit, I'm seeing the nurse and she decides, "Oh, you need to see the doctor." Well, then I got to take another 3-hour round trip to see the doctor, when I should have just said, my family doctor was shocked. She says, "I'm surprised rheumatology would schedule you with a nurse, especially given that you're so far away." But she goes, "And that you only see her once a year." She goes, "Even if I were to schedule you with a doctor, I'd want to see a nurse. I'd want to see you at least once a year myself." So, but that's kind of where we stand. I know my blood work didn't come back real good last time. She might be waiting for me to report on my swelling, which I decided to hold off a few more days on that because I wanted to see how the new compression socks, if they helped with the swelling. I have a feeling I may have to go back on the one up. We had cut back the dosage on my water pill for the swelling, but I think it was helping my blood pressure because my blood pressure has been, it isn't awful, but it's higher. It's been higher than what it had been for a while. I was really hoping to get rid of that pill entirely. And first she said, "Well, I think you could just take it when you need it." And we got talking about a little bit more other things. She goes, "I don't think I'm comfortable with that." She goes, "Let's switch it to every other day and see how you do. And if you do really well, then we'll think about going back further on it." So that's kind of where I stand now. I need to report back to her, and I need to ask her for a refill. Normally I just ask the pharmacy, but I want to see if she'll give me a 3-month supply on that one so that I don't have to go back continually. But I did do some Christmas masks for me and hubby. I want to find some licensed Christmas fabric. I'd love to find like some Christmas Story or Christmas Vacation or Elf fabric, because I think they would make really cute masks. But I'll try to share those in another video when I finish more of my other Christmas projects. I really got chatty here. I haven't had a really chatty video in a while. I've been mainly just presenting what I need to present and maybe a little chat and then gone. So, but I didn't have much haul-wise to share, so I thought I would do a little chit-chat. My hair's finally growing out a little bit. It's actually getting almost too long in the back. I may have to tell them to cut the back a little bit. I think we're fine on top and around the ears. It's just, I think the back's going to need some trimming. It's getting a little long. Maybe it just feels really long because it's so short everywhere else. But my doctor goes, "Oh, I really like your hair," when I went a couple weeks ago. I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Hubby got a little clipper happy." I said, "It's grown a lot." She goes, "I think it looks really good." So I'm like, "Yeah." I said, honestly, I'd let him cut it that short again. Now, once I got used to it, I didn't mind it. It was just, I think, a shock when I seen how short it was. But I've adjusted to it. I'm fine with it. I'll say this much. It's really easy to take care of when it's that short. You don't have to do anything. But I usually put my village up early for Christmas anyway. So I think I'm going to... I need to replace the lights behind my cubes. So I need to buy some new lights. I'm debating whether to wait till we go out shopping or just to order them. I still need to find yellow and orange lights for my tree, because I'm thinking my tree is probably going to go up early too, but I want the downstairs tree to be rainbow lights, and I still need orange and yellow to finish that. Now, I thought orange and maybe purple would be the hard colors to find. Orange is kind of the hard one, but yellow seems like it's even harder to find. I would have thought yellow would have been a kind of popular color at Christmas time, but I guess not. But I'm going to find them and do them. I may have to pay a little bit more for those 2 strands than I did for the other ones, but oh well, that's the way it goes. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.